It happened between the eggs and the car door. One moment I was fine. The next, I was sitting in my car, unable to move, unable to breathe, unable to pretend anymore. If you've ever broken down in public, kept driving when you should have stopped, or felt like you're one minor inconvenience away from completely falling apart, this one's for you. I sat there with my hands on the steering wheel, groceries melting in the trunk. The parking lot was half empty now. I'd been sitting there for 20 minutes, maybe 30. I couldn't remember driving here. I couldn't remember making the list. But somehow, I'd done it all. Autopilot. That's what we call it when we're running on fumes. It was the eggs. I know how ridiculous that sounds. The cashier had put the eggs on the bottom of the bag, and when I lifted it, I heard that crack, that tiny, insignificant crack. And something inside me cracked too. Standing there in the parking lot, holding a bag of broken eggs, I just stopped. My body decided it was done. Done pretending. Done holding it together. We wear these masks, don't we? We smile at the checkout lady. We make small talk about the weather. We say, "I'm fine," when another mom asks how we're doing in the cereal aisle. We've perfected the art of looking put together while we're falling apart. But masks are heavy. And eventually, your face gets tired of holding them up. People always ask, what happened? What was the final straw? They want a story. They want drama. They want a villain or a crisis they can point to and say, "Ah, yes, that explains it." But it wasn't one thing. It was the pediatrician appointment I almost forgot. The permission slip I signed at a red light. The text from my mother I haven't answered in 3 days. The birthday party invitation I need to RSVP to. The science project due Friday. The laundry that never, ever ends. The dinner no one ate, even though I asked what everyone wanted. The husband who asked, "What's for dinner?" while I was still cleaning up breakfast. The friend who said I seemed distant, as if I had the luxury of maintaining friendships. The look my daughter gave me when I forgot it was pajama day at school. It was carrying everyone's emotions while ignoring my own. It was being the cruise director, the chef, the therapist, the maid, the accountant, and the cheerleader, all before noon. It was everything and nothing. It was just another Tuesday. In that parking lot, surrounded by people loading groceries, pushing carts, living their lives, I was completely alone. And the silence was deafening. Not the peaceful kind of silence. The kind that screams. The kind that asks, "When did you become so invisible? When did you stop mattering? When did your entire existence become about everyone else's needs?" I started counting in my head. I'd woken up at 5:47 a.m. before my alarm because my mind wouldn't shut off about everything I needed to do. Made 3 different breakfasts because everyone wanted something different. Refereed 2 fights before 8 a.m. Packed 2 lunches with the right snacks. Searched for one missing shoe that somehow ended up in the bathroom. Sent 17 emails for work while simultaneously being interrupted 6 times. Did a load of laundry that I'll probably have to rewash tomorrow because I'll forget to move it to the dryer. Scheduled a dentist appointment while on hold for 20 minutes. Paid 3 bills online. Called my mother and listened to her tell me about her friends while I wanted to scream about my own life. Soothed a nightmare from the night before that was somehow still my responsibility to fix 12 hours later. And somewhere in there, between everyone else's needs and demands, I forgot to eat lunch. I forgot to drink water. I forgot to breathe deeply. I forgot I was a person with needs and limits and a breaking point. I'd become a machine designed to serve everyone else. Here's what nobody tells you about motherhood and marriage. You can be surrounded by people and feel completely alone. You can give everything and feel empty. You can be needed constantly and feel invisible. You can be someone's whole world and lose yourself completely. And the guilt of admitting that, it's crushing because we're supposed to be grateful. We're supposed to cherish every moment. We're supposed to have it all together. The tears came suddenly, violently. Big, ugly sobs that shook my whole body. I didn't even try to hide them. Let the woman loading groceries 2 cars over see. Let the teenager collecting carts wonder. I was done performing. In that moment, I gave myself permission to fall apart. And you know what? The world didn't end. The sky didn't fall. My children were safe at school. My husband was at work. And I was allowed to break. Sitting there, mascara running, nose dripping, I realized something. This wasn't weakness. This was my body's way of protecting me. It was saying, stop. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. You can't keep setting yourself on fire to keep everyone else warm. This breakdown wasn't a failure. It was a wake-up call. A necessary collapse before the rebuild. Eventually, I wiped my face with a napkin from the glove compartment. I took a deep breath, then another. The groceries were still in the trunk. The eggs were still broken. But something had shifted. I texted my husband. I need help. 3 words I'd been too proud, too stubborn, too afraid to say. Then I called my best friend and told her the truth instead of saying, I'm fine. I drove home slower. I let the dishes sit. I ordered pizza for dinner. And when my kids asked if I was okay, I said, not today, but I will be. Because here's what I learned in that parking lot. Breaking down doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. And asking for help isn't giving up. It's growing up. It's understanding that carrying the weight of the world was never your job alone. To every woman who has cried in her car, in the shower, in the grocery store parking lot, I see you. Your breakdown is not your definition. It's your revolution. It's your body's way of saying, you matter too. You are not alone in this. You are not failing. You are not too much or not enough. You are human, and that is more than enough. This is the weight she carries, and tonight it's mine.